What happens when two of Marvel's wildest anti-heroes go head to head? It's Deadpool vs Wolverine in an epic clash. Who's your money on? Get ready as we dive into their abilities, strengths, and weaknesses to see who could come out on top in this legendary battle. Welcome to the ultimate showdown between two of Marvel's most beloved and notorious anti-heroes, Deadpool and Wolverine. In this video, we'll break down their origins, compare their abilities, and analyze their strengths and weaknesses to determine who might emerge victorious in the fight. These two characters have captivated fans for years with their unique personalities, incredible powers, and unforgettable moments in both comics and movies. So, buckle up as we dive into the world of these legendary mutants. Wade Wilson, also known as Deadpool, has one of the most unconventional and intriguing origins in the Marvel Universe. Initially a skilled mercenary, Wade was diagnosed with terminal cancer, which led him to seek out the experimental treatment offered by the Weapon X program. The program subjected him to intense and horrific experiments that not only cured his cancer, but also gave him an accelerated healing factor, similar to Wolverine's. However, the process left Wade severely disfigured, with his skin covered in burn-like scars and his mind fractured, resulting in his erratic and unpredictable behavior. Deadpool's journey from mercenary to anti-hero is marked by his sharp wit, irreverent humor, and a habit of breaking the fourth wall. These traits have endeared him to fans and made him a unique presence in the Marvel Universe, both in the comics and on the big screen, where the character is portrayed by Ryan Reynolds. Wolverine, whose real name is James Howlett, but is often known as Logan, has a rich and complex history that spans for over a century. Born in the late 19th century in Canada, Logan's life was marked by a tragedy and hardship from a young age. His mutant powers first manifested when he was a child, leading to the revelation of his true parentage and the traumatic loss of his family. Over the years, Logan traveled the world, serving in various wars and honing his combat skills. Like Deadpool, Logan was also subjected to the Weapon X program, which resulted in his bones being coated with indestructible adamantium and gave him retractable claws. Wolverine's long life and extensive experience have made him a grizzled, battle-hardened warrior with a deep sense of honor and duty. Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Wolverine in the X-Men film series brought the character's stoic toughness and underlying vulnerability to life, cementing his status as a fan favorite. Now let's look into the abilities of both characters and compare them to see which one is more powerful. Wolverine's primary mutant ability is his accelerated healing factor, which allows him to recover from almost any injury at an extraordinary rate. This healing factor also grants him an extended lifespan, slowing his aging process significantly. Wolverine has survived numerous lethal injuries, including being incinerated down to his skeleton and regenerating completely. In the Logan movie of 2017, despite his healing factor being weakened due to age and the adamantium poisoning, Wolverine still demonstrates remarkable regenerative abilities, recovering from gunshot wounds and other injuries. The Weapon X program bonded virtually indestructible metal adamantium to Wolverine's skeleton, making his bones unbreakable. This enhancement included his retractable claws, which are capable of cutting through almost any material. The combination of his adamantium claws and his combat skills make Wolverine a deadly opponent in close quarters. Wolverine's senses are heightened to superhuman levels. His sense of smell is so acute that he can track individuals across great distances, and his hearing allows him to detect sounds that are inaudible to normal humans. These enhanced senses give him a significant advantage in tracking and combat. Both in the comics and in the movies, Wolverine's enhanced senses have helped him detect and avoid traps, track enemies, and anticipate attacks, giving him a significant tactical advantage in battle. Wolverine's physical abilities are far beyond those of a normal human. He possesses superhuman strength, allowing him to lift several tons, and his agility and reflexes are similarly enhanced. These attributes make him exceptionally fast and powerful in battle. In the Wolverine movie of 2013, Logan demonstrates his strength and agility in numerous fight scenes, such as the memorable battle atop a speeding bullet train. With over a century of experience, Wolverine is a master in various forms of combat. He has been trained in hand-to-hand combat, martial arts, and military tactics, making him a versatile and highly skilled fighter. His combat skills, combined with his physical attributes, make him one of the most formidable fighters in the Marvel Universe. Throughout the comics and films, Wolverine's combat prowess is evident in his battles against both superpowered beings and human adversaries. Berserker Rage. In times of extreme stress or anger, Wolverine can enter Berserker Rage, significantly increasing his strength, speed, and ferocity. While in this state, he becomes almost unstoppable, driven purely by instinct and aggression. This rage can turn the tide of battle in his favor, but it also comes with risks. In the X-Men Apocalypse movie of 2016, we see Wolverine's Berserker Rage unleashed when he escapes from the Weapon X facility, taking down numerous guards in a violent and relentless assault. Deadpool's regenerative healing factor is even more potent than Wolverine's, allowing him to regenerate from almost any injury at an accelerated rate. This healing factor not only makes him nearly impossible to kill, but also grants him a form of immortality. Deadpool can recover from injuries that would be fatal to others, making him a relentless and enduring opponent. Deadpool's physical abilities are significantly enhanced, giving him a superhuman strength, agility, and reflexes. He can perform feats of athleticism and acrobatics that are far beyond the capabilities of a normal human. Deadpool is proficient with a wide range of weapons, from firearms to swords. His expertise in both ranged and melee combat makes him a versatile and deadly opponent. Deadpool's skill with weapons, combined with his healing factor, make him a formidable combatant. Throughout the Deadpool films, Wade uses a variety of weapons with exceptional skill, from from dual-wielding katanas to precision shooting with handguns. Deadpool's erratic behavior and unpredictable fighting style make him a difficult opponent to anticipate and counter. His ability to think and act outside of the box often give him the upper hand in combat situations. This unpredictability can catch even the most seasoned fighters off guard. One of Deadpool's most unique abilities is his awareness that he's a comic book character.
Oh, hello.
This meta-knowledge allows him to break the fourth wall, addressing the audience directly and using his understanding of the comic book world to his advantage. This ability adds a layer of unpredictability and humor to his character. Wolverine's strengths are a combination of his natural mutant abilities and enhancements he received from the Weapon X program. These strengths make him one of the most formidable fighters in the Marvel universe, and did also give him an edge in the battle against Deadpool. Wolverine's adamantium skeleton makes him nearly indestructible. His bones cannot be broken, and his claws can cut through almost any material. This durability, combined with his healing factor, allow him to endure tremendous amounts of physical punishment. In X-Men: The Last Stand, Wolverine's durability is showcased when he fights through a barrage of attacks from the Phoenix, demonstrating his resilience and unbreakable skeleton, so he'd be able to tank many of the attacks that Deadpool throws his way. Wolverine's extensive combat training and experience make him a highly skilled fighter. He has mastered numerous forms of martial arts and hand-to-hand combat, allowing him to take on both superpowered beings and skilled human adversaries. We've seen Wolverine's combat skills showcased in his many battles against other highly trained fighters, such as Captain America and Shang-Chi. Wolverine's enhanced senses give him a significant tactical advantage in combat. His acute sense of smell allows him to track enemies and detect danger, while his enhanced hearing enables him to pick up on subtle sounds that others might miss. Wolverine's ability to enter Berserker Rage increases his strength, speed, and ferocity, making him an almost unstoppable force in battle. This state of heightened aggression allows him to overwhelm opponents with sheer brute force. In the comics, Wolverine's Berserker Rage has often turned the tide of battle, such as in Wolverine: Enemy of the State, where he takes on numerous enemies with relentless aggression. Despite his many strengths, Wolverine has a few notable weaknesses that can be exploited by his enemies, which in this case would be Deadpool. Although Wolverine's healing factor is incredibly powerful, it's not limitless. He can be temporarily overwhelmed by excessive damage, slowing his regenerative abilities and making him vulnerable. This vulnerability can be exploited by opponents who can deliver sustained and overwhelming attacks. An example of this is Magneto from the recently released X-Men 97 series, who tore him from the inside out using his magnetic powers. While Wolverine's Berserker Rage is a powerful asset, it can also be a liability. When in this state, he can lose control, becoming more predictable and less strategic in his attacks. This loss of control can also be exploited by opponents who can outmaneuver him and take advantage of his lack of strategy. Deadpool's strengths are a combination of his enhanced physical abilities and his unique personality traits, making him a formidable and unpredictable opponent. Deadpool's healing factor is so potent that it grants him a form of immortality. He can recover from almost any injury, no matter how severe, and even regrow his lost limbs. This ability makes him nearly impossible to kill and allows him to continue fighting even after sustaining severe injuries. Wade's immortality is humorously highlighted throughout the Deadpool movies when he survived a series of deadly encounters, including being ripped in half by Juggernaut. Deadpool's erratic behavior and unconventional tactics make him an incredibly unpredictable fighter. His opponents often struggle to anticipate his next move, giving him a significant advantage in combat. His unpredictability allows him to catch opponents off guard and exploit their weaknesses. Deadpool is highly skilled with a wide range of weapons, from firearms to melee weapons. His expertise in both ranged and close combat makes him a versatile and deadly adversary. Deadpool's skill with weapons combined with his healing factor makes him a formidable combatant. Deadpool's awareness of his existence as a comic book character give him a unique strategic edge. He can break the fourth wall, addressing the audience directly and using his meta-knowledge to manipulate events to his advantage. This ability adds a layer of unpredictability and humor to his character. In the Deadpool films, Wade's fourth wall breaking moments add a layer of meta humor and strategy, such as when he comments on the limited budget for X-Men characters in Deadpool 2. Deadpool also has a few notable weaknesses that can be exploited by his enemies, including Wolverine. Deadpool's fractured mind and erratic behavior can sometimes be a liability. His mental instability can lead to unpredictable and reckless decisions, which can put him at a disadvantage in combat. While his unpredictability is often an asset, it can also result in moments of vulnerability or confusion. In the comics, Deadpool's mental instability has often caused problems, such as in Deadpool Suicide Kings, where his unpredictable actions led to conflicts with other heroes and chaotic situations that are difficult to control. While Deadpool's unpredictability is one of his greatest strengths, it can also be a double-edged sword. His reliance on chaotic tactics can sometimes backfire, leading to situations where his plans go awry. In some battles, a more strategic and consistent approach might be more effective, but Deadpool's nature makes this difficult. In Deadpool 2, Wade's plan to save Russell from the orphanage goes awry due to his unpredictable nature, resulting in a chaotic and dangerous situation that requires improvisation to resolve. In the face-off between Deadpool and Wolverine, the initial engagement would be a spectacle of skill, strength, and strategy. Deadpool might start the fight with his signature wisecracks, using ranged weapons and explosives to keep Wolverine at bay. His unpredictable nature and chaotic tactics would make it difficult for Wolverine to anticipate his moves. Wade often uses a combination of humor and range tactics to disorient and distract his opponents, giving him an advantage in the early stages of a fight. Wolverine, on the other hand, would rely on his combat experience and heightened senses to close the distance. His adamantium claws and enhanced physical abilities would make him a formidable opponent in close quarters combat. Wolverine's strategic mind and tactical approach would help him counter Deadpool's unpredictable attacks. As the battle progresses, this fight would likely shift to close quarters combat, where Wolverine's adamantium claws and Deadpool's regenerative healing factor would come into play. Wolverine's claws can cut through almost anything, including Deadpool's weapons, while Deadpool's healing factor allows him to recover from even the most lethal injuries. In Deadpool vs Old Man Logan, the mid-fight dynamics between the two characters are showcased as they engage in a brutal and relentless battle, with both utilizing their unique abilities to gain the upper hand. Wolverine's combat training and experience would give him an edge in close quarters combat, allowing him to anticipate and counter Deadpool's attacks. However, Deadpool's unpredictability and willingness to take risks could level the playing field, making it difficult for Wolverine to maintain a consistent advantage. Who knows? Deadpool could do something crazy as stocking a nuclear bomb up his keister and hugging Wolverine until it explodes just to take control of the fight. In a prolonged fight, the battle between Deadpool and Wolverine would likely become a test of endurance and resilience. Wolverine's adamantium skeleton and healing factor would allow him to withstand and recover from Deadpool's attacks, while Deadpool's rapid healing and immortality would prevent him from being permanently defeated. Wolverine might be able to incapacitate Deadpool temporarily by using his combat skills and adamantium claws to deliver precise and lethal strikes. However, Deadpool's healing factor would allow him to recover quickly, making it difficult for Wolverine to secure a definitive victory. Ultimately, the fight between Deadpool and Wolverine would likely end in a stalemate, with neither character able to claim definitive victories. Wolverine's superior combat skills and adamantium claws would give him an edge in physical confrontation, but Deadpool's immortality and unpredictability would ensure that he could never be permanently defeated. Both Deadpool and Wolverine bring incredible abilities to the table, making them two of the most formidable fighters in the Marvel Universe. Wolverine's durability, combat skills, and heightened senses make him a fearsome opponent, while Deadpool's rapid healing, unpredictability, and weapon proficiency make him equally formidable. While Wolverine might have the edge in a physical confrontation due to his adamantium skeleton and combat experience, Deadpool's immortality means that he can never be truly defeated. This ultimate showdown would likely end in a stalemate, with neither anti-hero being able to claim a definitive victory. Their unique abilities and personalities ensure that any battle between them would be an epic and unforgettable clash. What do you think? Who would win in this epic showdown? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more awesome content. See you next time.